Yes, Miss Neat Neat. Thank y'all for tuning in to Miss Neat Neat World. Y'all, I ain't even supposed to be here. But since I'm here, I might as well drop some bugs on that ass. Yes, y'all. This bug drop here is hot. I mean, it's to the point to where when you boiling them tea bags and they about to explode over the place, that type of hot. Where it seemed like you cooking it on 350 and it ain't even in the oven. Child. Yes, I'm fanning myself. But while it's still hot, let me go ahead and pour this tea. Now, hopefully you got your teacups up and don't sip just yet. But let's get it. Now, this bud drop here is about T.I. a little bit, Tiny, Tamar, and Toya. Now, it started when Tiny Harris posted a picture of her godson Logan, who's the son of Tamar Braxton and Vincent Herbert. It was his fourth birthday. And she was basically saying, "Happy birthday, godmoms love you. I miss you. You looking clean. You growing up to be so handsome. Happy birthday." Then up under that, hubby, T.I., comes and says, "Happy G-Day, Logan. You growing up to be a swift young man. You know, happy birthday." So he comes back again and says, "Tamar and Tiny, both of y'all need to get off this BS and get on y'all godmama-ish and get it together. Let this riffraff and this pettiness go and come together for these children." So Tamar Braxton not replying to Tiny the other week, but will reply to T.I. because I guess the love and the respect she got for T.I. comes and says, "You know what, Tiny, I publicly apologize, even though it shouldn't be public, but sometimes this is the best way and the easiest way to really get in touch with your loved ones and your friends and, get them to get to notice it a lot better or sooner." Now, y'all, I will say this apology is quite long, so I ain't gonna talk about it all. But what I am gonna do is summarize it on up for y'all and tell you pretty much what she was saying. She basically goes to say, you're allowing paper bag Toya, and I did say paper bag, not go and get that bag, but paper bag Toya to come in between our friendship and all your other shady, single, miserable, jealous friends that come in between our friendship. Mind you, I've been your friends for 19 years. I love you. Your husband is like a brother to me. I love you and all my God children. So you allowing them pettiness and jealousness to come between your marriage and our friendship. Now, this is my thing. Because when Tiny posted a picture of Logan and telling him happy birthday, she was sincere. Tiny is a family and friend type of person. She's a lover. But when Tamar came, I kind of thought she was sincere until I continued to read and seeing the petty and shadiness she was giving off. Now, what these other women got to do with this is what I'm thinking as I'm reading. But I'm just reading as I continue to read and think. She continued to go in and basically say she want to put it behind her. She apologized for her part in it and will Tiny forgive her and they can get over it. Now, Tiny comes back and she says, "I love you. I have always loved you. You're one of my closest, dearest friend. You're family. And, let's get over this and let's put this behind us and let's continue on with our life and our friends and family." Now, why? Tamar came back and she posted a picture along with another long little thing and says, "T.I. and Tiny, you guys, I love you guys together. You guys got a lot of love within between the both of you guys. I would hate to see you guys throw it away. I want us all, meaning her, Vince, T.I., and Tiny, to sit down and announce our newfound love and respect for each other and get it together. I want us all to stay together. And I also want to sing at you guys' wedding vow renewer. I will pay for it and sing at the top of my lungs if you let me get it together." So, would you thought it was cute but shady? I'm like, "Nah, T, I don't need you to pay for not nothing. You better stay in that $15 mansion of yours and cut it." But anyways, I guess the suggestion it was nice. The gesture was okay, but shady. Anyways, Tiny comes back now. When Tiny comes back, I don't know if Paper Bag called her and told her to check your B for eye checker, or if she just really read deep into that little apology and seen she should have said something. So she comes back and basically says, who no matter who's right or wrong, you and Toya was once friends. I wish you guys would get over it and become friends as well as two and let this pettiness go. But lo and behold, Tiny, you ain't have to say nada, not none. Cause Miss Toya Paper Bag Wright came right for that ass. And when I mean to tell you guys, she didn't spare Tamar. And when I mean by spare, y'all know that spare tire you have in your trunk. You got to lift that little piece and you had a tire and the jack be right on. You know, that spare tire. Well, Toya ain't laying not now spare tire. She didn't cook up no spare ribs. But what she did was serve that ass just right. I mean, wiped it and diapered it on up. Yes, Toya served her, and that's just what she needed. Because what I did not understand is if you apologizing to someone and you genuinely wants to fix something and get y'all friendship together, then why are you adding all these other people? But it wasn't up for me to say nothing. Now that just was my opinion, because Toya Wright got that ass just right. Anyways, Toya Wright started that thing off with this him. B, really? Paper bag Toya? Really? Now, what in your right mind? Now, y'all, let me say this him. This rant was long too. So I'm going to summarize this one on up too. And I'm going to tell you what I took from it. But she goes to say, what in your right mind with that pathetic, non-sincere apology, publicly apology, will make you want to put my name in it? You're just an attention seeker and you want some attention. So here is what she gave your ass if you wanted some attention. She basically says, since you acting like you so not petty and you saying you apologize for your part in it, tell the people why you and Tiny really fell out. Tell them that when I, amongst a couple other of your friends, went on the real, the talk show host show that fire your ass, yeah, that show, you got in your feelings and you was feeling some type of way. So when you fell out with us and when you seen Tiny posting pictures and posting us birthday posts, you got in your feelings and you fell out with her. Now you supposed to be a real best friend of 19 years. How you classify that as a best friend because you feel some type of way because your best friend said something to another friend of hers. Now, petty, that's what you didn't want to tell them. But since you added and while you instead of apologizing, now y'all, this isn't my words, but I'm summarizing what she said. I'm putting in my words on how I took it. She says, you are the most fakest B I have ever known. You're the most disloyal, sneaky, snaky, and that vindicta. Remember when Tracy called her vindicta? Yeah, that vindicta chick I have ever seen. You have no loyalty to no one. Not only does it not lie within yourself, in your marriage, but it doesn't lie within you in your personal family, along with your sister, because you talk mess about them. You're jealous, and when someone is outshining you, you get in your feelings and you feel some type of way. You are just as fake as them lips and them nose you paid for. Yeah, I threw that in there. And she was like, with your over the top, under the table ass. Now, yes, Tamar is over the top. Now, if that girl is up under that table, I don't know nothing about that. She may sit at the table. Now, I may agree to that one, but up under the table, I don't know. Toya gave us some new shit. She say it's crazy how you love to pop off, but when somebody come back at you, you want to play the victim. I am tired of your ass. She's like, you gonna make me do something. Now I've been trying not to say nothing, but you finna bring that N-O up at me. She done put that gumbo to the side and she ready to come for that ass. No crawfish tonight. But anyway, that's basically what she says. Now that serves Tamar just right. Now I bet she at home in that $15 million mansion, the one her husband got with all them cars, like she like to say, like be boastful about, and crying her eyes out because what she didn't expect was this girl to come for that ass. Now you take shots, don't be scared when somebody shooting them shots back at you, and that's just what Toya Wright did, and it served Tamar just right. And what I mean by that is, I got two reasons, but I'm gonna go down this one street first. Now, Tamar was all good friends with Toya Wright. And when Toya Wright, Memphis Wright, who is the ex-husband of Toya Wright, and also the ex-boyfriend slash beefcake giver to K Michelle and ex-manager, producer, all that stuff he used to do, and the man that beat K Michelle. Now, when K Michelle first surfaced on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she talked about her abuse story in her relationship. And she talked about who it was from and what he did to her, how he beat her, and all this, and all the threats that he sent to her and her son. Now, at this time, K Michelle was going back and forth with Toya Wright, Candy, and even Tamar chiming in. Now, I will say this: Toya was supposed to be your homegirl, so you roll with them. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I will say that. But what I will say is, I said it from the jump. All of them was wrong because the story K Michelle told was her story. She lived in that life. She was dating him and she was dealing with him. And if any pause he put on that girl, she took them licks. Not neither one of them. So for them to deny and snatch away that woman's story was dead behind wrong. So I will say that. So now you were so biggie and so keyboard thug, baby, I'm a thug, and you was on Toya's side, riding for her, going in on this girl. And when K Michelle came for that ass and told you look like Miss Piggy, you was crying on the real, acting like you were so heartbroken and couldn't understand why people continue to call you Miss Piggy and always want to be such a bully and say hateful things, but you didn't want to own your own. You had Toya side, but then you and K Michelle call yourself getting it together when y'all did that BT award with Somebody Love You Baby, when you, Patti LaBelle, and K Michelle was on that stage singing, and you looked like either your face had just came off Botox or you was high. Y'all know that dang BT award show. But y'all squashed that. But you continue to be friends with Toya. Now, when you got fired from the real and that girl went on there to promote her book and tell a story about losing her brother, you was in, you was in your feelings, which was wrong because it also came out why that girl was on that show. The reason why she never was able to come on that show is because you did not want none of your family or friends to come on there and outshine you. Now, those was a rumor that was on the streets. And when you got sick, you allowed your family to take your place and fill in for you. And I think the only reason you did that was to cover up the rumors that was out, and also because you didn't want nobody to fully replace you because you figured they wouldn't replace you with your family. Now, this one thing I would say, she's a over top chick, petty, and all that shady and all that good stuff, and she may just be under the table like Toya say, but one thing that chick know how to do is to cover her back when it comes to them coins. And I'll tell you what I mean by that too as well. But anyways, so, you ain't want that girl to come on. So a lot of stuff came out. See, that's why you didn't want her to come on, because you knew the truth would prevail and it will come out. And that's exactly what it did. But anyways, y'all fell out and that was that. And then you fell out with Tiny because of that. Now, that serves you just right too, because you had no business whatsoever putting that paid nose or mouth into that mess. If Toya wanted to stand behind her husband and believe the lies that he said and be, his behind the doors, he probably was beating on her too. So that was her choice. And, you can't say nothing about that. That was that woman's husband. But you had no business. So the tables are turned to where now you don't feel out with her. Now you at odds with her. And now you sending for her. But when she returned the favor, you won't know what to do. That served you just right. Now the second street, I'm going to go down. I'm going to turn left. I'm going to turn left on just right for you. And tell you what else you should never have did. And how when you talk that tongue in your mouth, how we live and we die by that tongue. That tongue is a powerful thing. And if you don't use it right, you might get burned. Now, you was talking about how this girl wasn't getting abused and Memphis wasn't this. He was a great guy to your friend and you couldn't possibly imagine him beating on no woman and being a woman beater and all that, this and that. And now here it is, your husband putting on pause on your biting your finger and everything. Now, y'all, I don't take domestic violence lightly at all. But what I'm just trying to do is prove a point. Be careful what you say and be careful what you indulge in, because everything ain't meant for you to be a part of. And that situation came around to bite you in your behind. Now, when I say this girl know how to cover her behind, now it's been a talk how her and Vince are going on this promo tour, are gonna be on her tour. She's releasing an album now. How they're gonna be talking about the domestic violence in their relationship. Now, far as I'm concerned, or far as I know, their show Tamar and Vince on WeTV was canceled, so they got to bring them coins in somehow, some way. So they're gonna be talking about this domestic violence was all in the media, which they denied down to the T, which Tamar denied because Vince hardly say anything. But she denied and said it was untrue, it was false, and this is not her boyfriend, this is her husband. They're gonna ride together. Of course, every marriage and relationship have issues, so leave them alone, and then they are okay. But now they're coming out and they're gonna talk about it. That girl knows just how to get them coins, how to get them people to feel sad for her, and how to get it to go her way. Well, we will have to see how well that go. Because what I know in Nene voice, when you play dirty, you never win. You never win. So that served her behind right all the way. So before you jump in somebody else's business, and especially when you know your heart ain't right, you know you don't care for that girl like that. In any shaving moment you got to give to her, you gonna give to her. If you feel some type of way, or if you feel like they overshining you, or she getting the best of your friend. If Tiny is your friend for 19 years, she is your friend. Can't nobody take your place. But I'm sure it's okay for that woman to have other friends. So when your heart ain't good and you jumped in that mix, and look at all this stuff is just playing out on your behind. And we all know she's vindictive, sneaky, and trifling. Look how she go in on her sisters on their show, the Braxton Family Values. She's just team too much. And and Toya also called her out on when they did that episode. They was up in the church, and when they were trying to praise God, Tamar fake praise dance. She want to outshine the pastor. I was like, I know that's right, because she do too much. And somebody finally put her in her place. Now, Tamar, I would advise you this here. Now, you grown. You way older than me. Now, I will say that. But I ain't nothing wrong with taking a little advice from somebody every now and then. So I'm gonna advise you this here. Get your ass off these social media. And if you're gonna stay on them, stop bothering folks. Cause you're gonna type something that you can't even continue to delete. You're gonna type something that you ain't gonna be able to delete, baby. Somebody gonna give you something that you ain't never even experienced of. And people just really just getting tired of you. It's just time for you to just break it down and just take a break and just calm down. So, y'all, that was my bug drop. Nah, the tea was hot now. And I done sip till I can't sip no more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up this little area of mine here. But I want you guys to talk to me. Get down in them comments. Tell me how you feel. You got to grease up your elbows and all. Get greasy with me. That's fine too. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me if you think that Tamar needs to get her behind off these social media, leave folks alone, or if she gonna dish it out, she better be darn sure ready to get dish back. Or if you believe her apology to Tiny was sincere, was she genuinely from the bottom of her heart apologizing and not just wanting to be noticed, but just wanting to just get a friend back. Or if she did some shady thing by posting that old picture of Tiny and T.I. hollering about they need to renew their values when her marriage is in shambles. Or do you think Toya Wright was dead ass right for serving that ass up? And do you agree with the NO coming up out of her? Or do you think Toya Wright should have just allowed Tamar to be the petty that she is, just petty, and just move past it and continue to go forward? Or do you believe enough is enough? Sometimes people get to their breaking point. So you better be grateful that she wrote it and didn't come over there and break your behind. So y'all know, y'all got to tell me how you feel. Let me know. Let me know I ain't in this alone. Shoot. And while you at it, share me. Tell somebody about me. To your mama them, your cousin them, any of them. Let them know Miss Nene here. And while y'all sharing and talking about me and talking to me, subscribe to me. Allow Miss Nene to be great. Allow Miss Nene to be a part of you guys' world like I allow you guys to be a part of my world. Miss Nene.